Minecraft videos. Why are they so addictive? Minecraft, the online world that most parents simply don't understand, is now officially the most watched game of all time on YouTube. According to the video sharing site, the virtual Lego game has also become the most searched for term, behind music. It bears out earlier research from YouTube video research firms Newzoo and Octaloy, which found that Minecraft material notched up more than 3.9 billion views on YouTube in March 2015 alone. None of this will come as a surprise to the many parents who have become Minecraft widows, desperately trying to entice their children to go on a bike ride, throw a ball, visit the park, anything other than while away the hours watching other people build things with little green bricks on the internet. The fact that parents are worried about the varying levels of enthusiasm/obsession/addiction that their children display when playing Minecraft has been well documented. In numerous posts and articles online, they complain that the game is taking over their children's lives, that they become irritated when they aren't playing it, they neglect homework, chores, even going to the toilet, to keep on playing. It has led some parents to ban or severely curtail Minecraft time. One father, explaining his decision to limit his twin boys' access to the game, said simply, "Minecraft, as with all successfully addictive games, is endless. My kids' childhood isn't, and I want them to spend it learning about the real world, not a virtual one." But for other parents, children playing the game is okay, at least they are doing something vaguely creative, but spending hours mindlessly watching others playing it represents a whole new level of obsession. Living with Minecraft Fans, by Mark Ward, BBC technology correspondent. I've got two boys who, it is fair to say, are closer to being Minecraft fanatics rather than just fans. That means they spend a lot of time watching YouTube videos of other people playing the game in its various guises. Right now, they probably watch more YouTube than regular TV. Do I mind? A little, but I'm aware of the place that Minecraft occupies among my boys and their peers. Cutting them off would mean severing a strong link to their friends. And that interest has a positive aspect too. It's made them intimately familiar with Minecraft down to its most esoteric commands, is nurturing a desire to make their own modes for the game, has led them to run their own game server, make and edit videos and curate their own YouTube channel. It's by no means passive consumption. There is certainly a rich vein of Minecraft-related content on YouTube. Around 42 million videos that range from tutorials offering ideas on new things to create, let's play videos, essentially footage of other people playing the game, and new ways to modify their Minecraft worlds. There are also hundreds of channels devoted to Minecraft, including popular ones such as Yogscast and Skydos Minecraft. Some, dedicated specifically to children, have become internet sensations. Stampy, a YouTube channel narrated by a cat, has more than 5.6 million subscribers and nearly 3.4 billion views. In 2014, it was the fourth most popular YouTube channel. Others are less appropriate, narrated by what one parent described as helpful but sweary adults. Beck Oakley is founder of Minmum, a blog intended to help guide parents through the minefield that is Minecraft. She is not surprised that it has become so popular on YouTube. YouTube is this generation's television. It's how children entertain themselves, learn, share. Watching others play Minecraft allows them to extend their experience of the game, to share it with others and to learn from each other, she told the BBC. There's a huge amount of content available, and much of it is incredibly engaging, educational or useful for kids, she added. She acknowledged that Minecraft is definitely a game that kids can become obsessed with, and watching YouTube can be part of that obsession. But she added that she doesn't think it signals a problem in itself. A better indication of that is how much time is being spent, and the flow-on effect on health and mood. It's important for parents to help kids enjoy their love of Minecraft in healthy ways, to talk with them about things like how to be healthy gamers, how to identify when they need a break, and to set rules for healthy gameplay with rewards for sticking to them. What effect does playing Minecraft have on the brain? There have been many studies, some controversial, into whether gaming affects the brain. Researchers in China, for example, performed magnetic resonance imaging (MRI) studies on the brains of 18 college students who spent an average of 10 hours a day online, primarily playing games like World of Warcraft. Compared with a control group who spent less than 2 hours a day online, gamers had less gray matter, the thinking part of the brain. And as far back as the early 1990s, scientists warned that because video games only stimulate brain regions that control vision and movement, other parts of the mind responsible for behavior, emotion, and learning could become underdeveloped. In terms of specific studies on Minecraft, an article penned by psychologists Jun Lee and Robert Basin in Quartz magazine suggests it may not be as creative as parents might hope. In Minecraft, kids can build and explore new worlds and manipulate them with unprecedented control and precision. The underlying creativity is baked into the program, the combinations, tools and materials, so the players have only one task to complete: design ever more complex structures. Though this seems like the pinnacle of an imaginative play experience, the kids we studied said they felt edgy and irritable after Minecraft sessions. The game, said the researchers, becomes less about open-ended play and more about working to complete the never-ending stacks of buildings.